Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. Today we're taking you through an in-depth, fully loaded review of the 2026 Chevy 490. A car that's been stirring conversations since early leaks came out. It's finally here in all its sharp angles, improved tech, and bold attitude. From its refreshed exterior, to a surprisingly luxurious interior, improved performance stats, and some intriguing pricing decisions, we're going to cover it all. Let's dive right into it. Let's start with what hits you first at the front of the car. The 2026 Chevy 490 takes a dramatically different direction compared to its predecessor. The front fascia is sharp, aggressive, and sleek all at once. Chevy has opted for a bold V-shaped grille with satin black inserts that flow naturally into the all-new LED matrix headlamps. These aren't just for show. They adapt in real time, adjusting light patterns for oncoming traffic, and they even feature a welcome animation when you unlock the vehicle. The lower bumper integrates large air curtains which not only enhance the car's presence but serve a real aerodynamic purpose. There's a subtle bulge in the hood, just enough to hint at the power under it, without screaming for attention. Moving along to the side profile, the 490 carries a stretched silhouette with sculpted lines that feel both muscular and elegant. Chevy's opted for flushed door handles, something that not only improves aerodynamics but gives it a very high-end look. The shoulder line is pronounced and draws a clean visual path from the headlamps all the way to the taillights. The 20-inch alloy wheels, a standard on the mid and top trims, are sport-inspired, with a new turbine-style finish that works visually whether you're moving or standing still. You'll also notice active aero elements along the rocker panels, channeling air toward the rear in a very deliberate way. Wheel arches are slightly flared, giving the car a grounded stance without overdoing it. Now the rear. This is arguably the most controversial part of the 2026 Chevy 490, but one that's grown on many after seeing it in person. The taillights now sport a continuous LED bar that stretches across the entire width, framed by new smoked lens elements that integrate turn indicators dynamically. The trunk lid includes a subtle built-in lip spoiler, and the rear bumper has been cleaned up with integrated reflectors and a dual exhaust setup that is real, not just decorative. The lower diffuser is functional in the sport trim, made of carbon composite materials, helping improve stability at high speeds. The 490 badge has moved to the center, sitting below the Chevy body emblem, which is now blacked out for all trims except the base. Open the door and step inside, and you'll instantly notice the leap Chevy has made in cabin design and quality. The dashboard features a dual display setup, a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 13.1-inch infotainment screen, both running on GM's new UX software, which is smoother and more customizable than ever. The display slightly curves toward the driver, a subtle nod to performance-focused interiors. Material quality is impressive. Soft touch materials are now standard, and if you go for the Premier or RS trims, you'll get real aluminum accents and optional suede inserts. The center console is reworked for better storage and ergonomics. The shift-by-wire system frees up space, so Chevy has integrated a wireless charging pad that now actively cools your device as it charges. Cup holders are modular and adjustable, which is a surprisingly useful touch. You'll also find USB-C ports in all rows, and the front seats come with both heating and ventilation as standard starting from the mid-trim. For audiophiles, a 14-speaker Bose Performance Series audio system is available, and it absolutely transforms the cabin into a concert hall when paired with the new acoustic insulation package. The rear seats aren't forgotten either. The 490 has more legroom than the previous model thanks to a slight stretch in the wheelbase. Rear passengers now get their own climate controls and optional seat heating. There's also a panoramic sunroof that extends almost to the back, bathing the interior in natural light and making it feel more spacious. Trunk space has increased slightly, and the power liftgate has a hands-free open close feature, which is a practical addition for families or anyone hauling gear. Under the hood, when it comes to performance, the 2026 Chevy 490 has several engine options depending on the trim. The base model starts with a 2.0 liters turbocharged inline-4 producing 245 horsepower and 275 pounds-feet of torque. It's responsive and more fuel-efficient than before, thanks to cylinder deactivation technology and a mild hybrid system. Step up to the 3.6 liters V6 in the LTZ and RS trims, and you're looking at 320 horsepower with smooth, linear acceleration. The highlight, however, is the new twin-turbo 2.7 liters inline-4 in the sport variant, putting down a whopping 340 horsepower and 390 pounds-feet of torque. It's mated to a 10-speed automatic that shifts seamlessly and adapts well to driving style. All-wheel drive is now available across all trims, and there's a new drive mode selector that includes Eco, Comfort, Sport, Snow, and a configurable My mode for custom tuning of steering, suspension, and throttle response. Speaking of suspension, Chevy has updated the platform with a new adaptive damping system, available on higher trims. It reads road conditions hundreds of times per second and adjusts ride quality on the fly, offering both a comfortable ride and a surprisingly tight cornering experience when pushed. On the road, the 490 feels mature. There's a noticeable reduction in cabin noise, and steering feel has improved with better on-center tracking. Braking performance is solid, with ventilated discs on all four wheels and optional performance pads for those looking to drive a little harder. Chevy has also included a semi-autonomous highway driving assistant. It's not quite full self-driving, but it does handle lane centering and adaptive cruise control with confidence. Now, let's talk numbers. The base 2026 Chevy 490 starts at $33,995, which is about $1,000 more than the 2025 model. But considering the added tech and materials, it's justified. The LT trim goes for around $37,000, while the LTZ climbs to just under $42,000. The RS variant with all-wheel drive and performance upgrades will set you back around $47,500, fully loaded with every option, including premium paint, 20-inch wheels, and all the tech packages. You're looking at a top-end price of about $52,000. It's competitive.